I'm going to talk a little bit about Fortnite's actual endgame, not, what people are thinking that you just get to Twine Peaks and that's it, you're done with the game. Mission-wise, I'm still working on the challenges for Talented Builder. I'm a 446,000 structures build. These are actual structures that have serve a purpose, not just running around the map putting structures like crazy. Guardian Angels, I've saved 6,700 survivors, and I've only done 338 mission play with others. I don't do a lot of those. Play with others, reason being is because I'm farming for specific things that I need and I want in the game, and I don't have a lot of patience for randomly joining Stonewood, Plankerton, Canny Valley missions to just get it done with. I normally get those by hunting down storm shields. I do play with others when I don't want to farm anything and I want to randomly try to find storm shields, just because they're fun to do. Anyways, side quests, I have that one, and then I have Storm Shield 6, which I'm not too worried about. I unlock all my training team stuff when I was playing prior to the update, so everything got left unlocked on my account. I didn't have to unlock anything else now. Let's see, repeatable quest, nope. 2 steps forward, I'm doing level 100 mission quests, which is, if you're playing the game right and you're taking the time to enjoy the game, this is, I believe, 5-6 missions before you're done with essentially the mission quest line, and then it's just storm shields, which is not that big a deal to me. Let's see, as far as endgame goes, I have my heroes. I favoritize stuff that I don't have in my collection book in legendaries so that I can save up legendary flux and put it in my collection book eventually. It takes 2 weeks to get enough legendary flux to level up one guy to gold to legendary, and this is a game of patience. This is not a game that you're gonna finish overnight, so keep that in mind. This helps me so that I don't recycle them by accident. I mean, I don't recycle stuff a lot. Let me show you. I have every single hero that is different up to 82. These guys right here, if I level them up a little bit, it might be because they might be similar to something else, so I don't want to waste resources yet, or maybe I already have a copy of those. But regardless, purples, all this stuff, I could recycle it, but I don't because I transform stuff. I am a thrifty gamer. I do a lot of transforming. When I have enough survivors, like right now I have enough survivors, I will go in here and I will take 5 blues that I have and I don't need, and I will make them into purple. And over time, when I get the schematics to make a gold hero, I have enough purples to do that. I do the same thing with guns. I go in here and I get all the blue guns that I have and I turn them into purples. See, I've just recently done that. I take all 5 greens and make them into blues, using this guy right here. I don't think purple is an option for many of you because you don't have the legendary pack from Fortnite, I guess. They're on sale right now, 50% off. If it's a game that you like playing and you're patient, this game is definitely fun and entertaining to do. It gets boring and annoying sometimes because resources are scarce. A lot of content creators, they're struggling to get resources like this because they don't spend as much time playing the game. I've completed over 3,200 zones, successfully completed, and I'm talking about most of them being 4-player missions that give a lot of rewards. I farm easy missions when I need resources, if any of you care. If you get into Twine Peaks and you're 10-20 levels above a mission, you can solo any of these missions. If you're 20 levels above, you can solo a 4-player mission. You would not recommend going to 4-player missions that are your level, or if you're under level, they let you play this mission when you're at level 94. Unless you have really good friends that don't mind carrying you, I would not recommend playing this mission just because it's extremely annoying, and most of the time people don't build properly when you land in random missions. So unless you can carry the mission, there's really no point in joining them. Most of the people I play missions with, the general consensus is that they fail missions all the time. I don't know why content creators want to create the game more difficult. I mean, it's pretty stupid if you want to make the game difficult, because this game is about collecting stuff and leveling up stuff, so it's pretty stupid to think that making the game harder is going to make people stick around when people are already having a hard time playing it. So if you're listening to me, Epic, this is what I'd recommend you do. Either include a 5th zone that goes up to 130, and specialize that zone for resources like lightning in a bottle. Instead of 18, you get 60 per mission. Eye of the Storm, instead of 10, you get 40 per mission. Pure Drop of Rain, you get 120 per mission. And make it be a 130. Don't give us any more levels on weapons and heroes, and that should shut up, content creators. And I know you're listening because you stole my ideas for this specific concept from my video back in September. When I was describing how the game should be for newbies, people that were having a hard time grasping the concept of the game, I said, think of this game as, a bunch of nerds and a bunch of heroes in a room controlling all your actions through nanobot technology for your hero going out on missions, and that's essentially what they're doing here. They're taking each individual skill of the heroes, and by putting them on your squad, they're essentially giving you share of their abilities, which is essentially my description back in September of, last year. Same goes for survivors. I explained that essentially that's what they are too, a bunch of nerds controlling you. These guys are in charge of your health, making sure that you're healing up, that you're not, that everything's working. Same for your offense. They're giving you a boost on weapon damage just because they're boosting the amount of damage of impact the bullets do and whatever. I'm not going to get into much detail of that, but I know you're listening, Epic. I know you listen to people and you listen to gamers. So if you really want to make the game harder for people, like content creators that keep crying about making the game harder, just do that. Add a 5th zone that goes up to 130. Do not give us another level for weapons or heroes, and just increase the rewards that you get from like the rain. That way you're getting XP from Twine Peaks and you're getting resources from the harder mission. That way, if you really want to get harder resources on a harder mission, then you can do that. But increasing the difficulty here in Twine for these missions right here is probably one of the dumbest things you can do. I know for a fact I've been on the brink of quitting this game just because it got really annoying to have to get every single hero in order to form good squads. Because if, I have a second account where I don't have every hero, I haven't played in the second account as long as on this account, so I don't have a lot of the stuff, and there's a lot of squads. Oh, I haven't leveled this one to 106. Essentially, my goal is to get every hero to 106 before going up to 130. Let's see how we're doing here. I got a couple 130s. I use her all the time, so why not? I had her 130 by accident, kind of, but never mind that. 106, 106, 106, 106, 106, 106, and then from here on down is 82. I'm almost done with the heroes. Once I get every single hero to 130, just like I did my survivors, and let me show you something. I have this girl right here, this guy right here, and this guy right here that I can put in my book now. I recently, moved some squads around, got rid of some survivors, and I don't want to recycle them yet just because I want to mess around with the settings once Epic fixes it. I could get most of my stuff back and, spend it on other stuff, but Epic is, I'm hoping they fix this crap. Right now, when you're on your squads, by the way, they're all at 130 right now. Every single one of them is 50 out of 50. Right now in your squads, currently the only thing that really works is trap damage, the shield regen, the health bonus, stuff like, let me see, stuff like this, ability damage modifier bonus, melee damage bonus, and range damage bonus are not affecting your stats. I don't have anyone. Oh, actually I do, right here. Check this out. So, trap damage, where's the trap damage? Trap damage is 3,376%, right? So I'm going to change this guy because I have a full squad, same level and everything, so nothing should change except for my trap damage. Wait. I want to, because my trap damage is going to drop, but I want to show you what happens when you take away one of the, where's the combat? Range, combat, range damage modifier. Boom. No change. So I'm hoping Epic will fix it. Once Epic fixes it, I will have that in my squad. I can fight with guns or traps, so it doesn't really matter. But until Epic fixes that, there's really no point in putting range damage, melee damage, or tech damage modifier. It's kind of stupid. I've emailed Epic a couple of times about it not working correctly, and they just don't seem to care that much. That would be nice if they can fix that. Although it's only 5%, like for the shield modifier that we have here, this guy's, it only does 5% points, and that 3,376, that's point. So 5% is just 5 points. It would drop down. Where's my shield? So it makes more sense. Let's find one with the good shield. This guy right here, shield regen. Where is it? Shield regen is 2,208. If I were to get rid of that one right there, I need somebody that has the same... Oh, I don't have anybody with the same ability that's leveled up. Let me see. I don't think I have any of those. I could move them around, but... whatever. Point is, it doesn't change that much. It's not a big boost. If I could, I would run with all trap durability bonus, because I do have traps that burn out before the mission's over. I would change them all to damage modifier if it was working. Since it's not working, I have most of the ones in trap damage, except for the ones that I don't have a full squad to replace them with. Since every single one of my survivors is 130 and then some, it's time to start leveling up your collection book. That is essentially the end game of this game. Once you're done with your squads, with your weapons, with your heroes, once you're happy with all that and you start getting more resources, you go and pour it into your collection book. Let me show you. This I'm a little high just because I ran out of lightning in a bottle, so I do have some schematic XP, but normally my XP is down below 10,000. This guy right here is also low because I haven't leveled up any heroes from 82 to 106 since I used my XP, so I collected a little bit. This 4 million XP for survivors, it's all gonna go down in my collection book because, let me show you, in personal, I went up to my unique leads, and I haven't put in my survivors yet because I wanted to show you something real quick. My collection book is 232, and the only reason it's 232 is because I poured in all my survivors to level 10. I just poured in XP because I don't need survivor XP anymore. I did lead survivors, they're all to level 10. I did regular survivors, all to level 10. And I haven't done defenders because I don't have that much hero XP yet. I'm not done with hero XP yet. But just by getting every single survivor in my book so far to level 10 made my collection book go up from 228.5 to 232.5. I don't know about you guys, but math says that's almost 4 levels. That's actually 4 levels of experience on the book just by leveling them up. So that's something that will definitely affect it. I haven't done the math yet to see how much XP specifically affects it, but you know, essentially the higher level stuff you have on your book, the higher level your book will be. And that's a fact because I've been testing it and it's been working. I just haven't done the specific math to figure out how much each one does. Let's see, this guy I don't need him. I specifically freed this guy from my squad. I recently changed the whole squad just to have this guy free to put in my book. There was one in the useless. So far, this will come in handy for the end game, which I'm nowhere near the end game yet. I'm approaching the end game, yes, I'm approaching it, but I'm not there yet. And the reason is because I only have Survivor XP freed up. I don't have resources to level this guy's up yet freed up. I'm still working on my weapons, I'm still working on my heroes. Once I'm done with everything I want to do weapon-wise and hero-wise, then I'll start leveling up the weapons from here in the collection book as well. I'm missing quite some heroes and stuff, you know, whatever. Not that big of a deal. They'll come around. Point is, that's the end game Fortnite for me. I don't buy llamas. I don't buy B-Bucks for Save the World. I mostly spend B-Bucks for Battle Royale, and I can do a showcasing in Battle Royale too to show what kind of skins and stuff I have on there. But you know, most of this stuff I get is just by recycling, by transforming, by changing stuff around. You know, that's pretty much all I do. I've seen people with like 14,000 schematics and survivors and traps, and then they're complaining that the game is boring. But it's like, you know, if you have 14,000 schematics, that means that you spend, you know, 25 to 100 bucks in B-Bucks almost every day and just to buy llamas, just to have llamas. And you know, that kind of takes the game away, the fun, because then you feel frustrated that you're gambling and losing money. I know some people have the money to throw away and waste it, but essentially this game makes you hate that aspect of it. It used to be a gamble to buy llamas, and like any other, see that guy's right there, that's why I freed him up from my squad so I wouldn't have to get the llama, because I felt tempted to do it, but I don't do that. I do buy these llamas when they turn gold. I do get the 200 llamas, 400 llamas when they're gold and they have good stuff, but other than that, I don't buy llamas. I mostly get stuff from the free event items that I get, like this one. As soon as I get enough tickets to buy one, I buy one. I don't even wait. I don't like waiting. I'm impatient. Nice. I hope that one has a special perk. Anyways, let's see. What else? So we talk collection book. Oh, remember guys, it takes 2 weeks and 1,500 gold to buy a legendary item out of the book. You can buy everything out of the book except for personal and event people and event schematics. Expansion people, expansion schematics, traps, melee weapons, ranged weapons, and heroes. You can buy them out of the book. If I wanted to buy them, I would buy them, but you know, why buy them when I can just, you know, you can recruit them, you pay 120 training manuals and 100 legendary flux, and bam, it's yours. Mythic heroes, they cost 250 legendary flux and 300 training manuals. So if there's a hero you want to get, you know, you can buy any of these heroes right here. I had in the description of one of my videos a link to Epic's page where it described what each hero did, so that you could look them up and specifically buy the heroes without having to go through every single hero here and figuring out which ones you would like to play with. I mean, you know, there's a couple that have the same effect, but for the most part, each hero has one unique thing they do, and that's essentially what makes this game special, I guess. Now, let's see, collection book done. Schematics. This is the end game for me in Fortnite. I want to be able to get every single schematic, at least one of each, into a shadow shard. Now, if I get a couple of the same, such as in, let's see here. Well, this is one of them. Founders drum roll. I have the purple one at 50 out of 50, which I'm still working on. And I have the gold one that I'm leaving at 106 because I don't use it that much. The only thing I'd go 130 with are stuff that I like using. I love the hacksaw. I love the Mercury LMG. I love the Obliterator. I love the Pain Train. I love Santa's Little Helper. This one's one of my favorites too. Bundlebuss, it's kind of okay. I don't really use it. This guy, I don't use it that often. This guy, I don't use it that often. This one, I don't use it that often. You know, I don't use most of this stuff. I just leveled them up because there were cool stuff to level up. Like the Tiger, I used to use it a lot, but I stopped. This one, same thing. Let's see. You know, 130s, I don't use them that much. It's just, I leveled them up because I had the XP more than anything. Let's see. As far as 106s go, or all the other weapons go, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Fortnite endgame for me. I have a Hemlock Shadow Shard with the 6 perk on crit regain 2.64 damage. And then I have Obsidian Hemlock with the 6 perk on crit regain 2.64 damage. Now, the reason why I say this is the end game for me is because I get to see personally what each gun does with different builds. I'm going to be changing the Hemlock, or I'm going to make them both critical builds. And this one's I'm going to make them both damage builds. They have kind of a high critical hit, but I love damage builds. And if I'm having a critical build already for the weapon that serves as a crit 6 perk, then I'll do the other one damage so I can compare. Essentially, they're the same gun. They have unique 6 perks that don't really affect the gun. It's more for you, so this one's kind of fun to do that for. Guns like the Room Sweeper, I have the same build in Obsidian and the same build in Shadow Shard. Obsidian is 89,000 DPS, Shadow Shard 97,000. Also, this one has a gold perk for the afflicted damage already. This one doesn't have it yet, so that could play into it. But essentially, my end goal for this game is to have, you know, one of each with the 6 perk in Obsidian and in Shadow Shard. Same as this guy's. I'm doing crit build on this guy on both. Ooh, they're both Obsidian. Ooh, I fucked up. Oh, one is Affliction and the other one is Snare, and they're both going to be crit builds because they have the higher crit rating. They're at 20% crit rate from the start, so this one makes sense to just level them up and crit build. If the event comes around, or actually let me show you something real quick. I have this 93 right here. I'm just trying to save up enough gold perk, but I don't have it yet. This one is Headshot Elimination, cost an explosion. I'm going to get this one to 130, and I'm going to do a specific damage build on this one. I know it's stupid, but I'm building Shadow Shard Sunbeam damage build. I love damage builds when it comes to Sunbeam, just because, you know, they have a higher base damage, and I really don't care if crit rating or crit damage is bomb or boss, or I might just build it into crit rating damage so that I can just use it with the bearded guy. What's his name? I forget his name. They changed the names of a lot of them, so I stopped bothering to remember them. The ones that I liked. This guy right here. Oh, Sledgehammer. They left his name alone. Okay. No, it used to be Urban Assault Sledgehammer. Yeah, they changed it. So anyways, let's go back to this. Yes, sir. Essentially, you know, right here I have the same thing. I have a 130 already in Sunbeam. This one I'm gonna build a critical. Are this crit? Yeah, this is a crit build weapon as well. See, there's another one of those that you can go crit build and you maximize it because it already has a higher crit rating. It starts at 20. Most guns start at 10 or 15. But that's not the case of this video. Point is to let me see what else I have. I have a couple shotguns that I'm working my way up. I have a couple of these guys that I'm working my way up. Rocket launchers, there's really no point in leveling up a couple. As far as weapons go, this one is a pretty nice theme trasher. I haven't seen another one out yet. I haven't seen another one of these special weapons. Let me see. I got a red bear. I got a Baron right now. Eliminate an enemy creates a damage. Ooh, a special. Yes. This is exactly what I'm talking about. These are special weapons that I'm gonna be, you know, I leveled them up. This is my end game. Getting one with each 6 perk into Shadow Shard and in Obsidian so that I can play with whichever I want. I can, you know, forge them whenever I want so I can play with them, see what the difference is when I'm playing. That's the kind of stuff I like to do here. I haven't reached endgame yet on my account, so I don't know why everybody else that has less schematics, less, you know, stuff says that they're at the end game. I don't feel I'm anywhere near end game, to be honest. I feel like I'm just, you know, halfway through. Let me see. And this is why I don't have XP usually. I just farm a couple raindrops and a couple of lightning bottles just to have some. And same goes with perk ups. I'm always low on those. I buy them out of the store as much as I can, and I don't have enough, but whatever. There we go. So yeah, these ones are really nice. They create a cloud of steam and it damages the husk. It's not a lot of husk, but you know, it's very comparable to the Ninja's, what is it, the Ninja Endless Shadow? Yeah, Endless Shadow, where it kind of creates a cloud that damages them a little bit. It's not too much, but again, it's something that, you know, the little husk, they kind of take a little bit of damage and they do flinch a little bit. The bigger husks don't really take damage that much from it, so you can't really, you know, hope that this will clear smashers for you. But I have one build for each guy except for a constructor. This is supposed to be a constructor build, but constructors are kind of like, you know, if I'm gonna build a constructor, do I want him to be a damage, do I want him to be a base? I don't know what I want, you know, like I don't play with constructors that much. I don't play with ninjas that much. I mostly just stick with my Outlanders just because, like I said, I'm still farming XP. That's my #1 priority in this game, reaching endgame. I'm barely getting there with the Survivor XP. I'm not there with the points yet. I'm not there with the mats. I'm not there with the heroes. I don't have a lot of 130s yet, hero-wise. Most of them are 106 and 82. It's going to take a long time to get there, specifically because of the amount of resources this game takes. And like I said before, you know, if you're listening, please do that. Do a 5th zone that it's focus on evolution materials, so that, you know, the people that want to do hardened missions, that keep crying that they want hardened missions, they can do them. If I wanted to play a hardened mission, I would go play Resident Evil, I would go play Destiny 2, I would go play something like that, something ridiculously stupid to play. I say ridiculously stupid to play because in Destiny 2 you play for fucking 5 hours, and if you are having bad luck, you will not get a single fucking gun that's worth it. You will get crap after crap after crap after crap, and that's 5 hours of your time wasted. I like playing this game because in 5 hours of playing this game, per se, I get resources and materials to level up a couple things up to what I like them to be. If you're new to this game and you're still watching, work on your survivors more than anything else. I know some content creators are advising you to fuck survivors, to not worry about them, but this is the most important thing in this game. This is what affects your gun more than anything. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm maxed out. There is no higher damage output than mine. Just for an example here, let's do a 82. If any of you have an 82, what's a good gun to showcase? 82. This is a pretty common gun right here. This is, you know, a pretty common build for a headshot elimination weapon. that most people will use, and people might use magazine size in there. I don't have enough reperks to change it, so I'm not going to bother. But just for instance right here, this weapon is at 40,000 DPS, 8,000 damage, 16,000 headshot damage. Remember that. 40,000 DPS, 8,000 damage. And this is going to suck because I'm going to have to come back in here and fill it up again. Crap. But it's okay. Let me show you. Dead Stalker with the Hayul. There we go. Now, I just removed one squad. Not that much. My level just dropped by 9 levels. It's not even that big of a deal. And the DPS dropped to 25,000. Damage dropped 3,000 points. Headshot damage dropped 5,000 points. It doesn't seem like a lot, but every 2 bullets that you shoot with this guy, you're doing barely a little bit more damage than 1 bullet when your level is higher. There is no arguing that your level is the single most important thing in this game. It affects everything in this game. It affects your defense, your tech, your weapon damage, everything. So if you're smart and you're playing this game because you're trying to do what I'm doing, reach the end game of Fortnite, which is, you know, I'm working on traps as well. It's not just guns, it's traps too. This is a heavy hitter trap, and I'm working on a fast hitting trap. I can use a heavy hitter close to base, and I can use a fast hitters on trap tunnels and on the outskirts of the defense where the zombies are at. I'm gonna get the secondary traps to 106, primary traps to 130. Not that I craft a lot of 130s, not that I use a lot of 130s, but I just want to have my collection complete. I'm still working on the perks on the traps. I don't work on perks that much on traps just because traps are not that important. If you use trap tunnels, these traps will vanquish Husk. It doesn't matter if they're not gold perks. They do more damage with gold perks, but not really that much to tell the difference. Let's see here. Collection book, check. I have a link in the description that takes you to my Storm Shield one, so you can take a look at my schematics if you really want to see them. I can come back in here and, you know, show you real quick. But essentially, you know, this was mostly to talk about the end game of the game and to please ask Epic that if you're gonna fuck with the game and you're gonna make the difficulty change, don't mess with Twine Peaks. You can go ahead and do another level just for evolution materials, and that would be pretty sweet if it's harder. But you know, we get better materials, we get more of them. Instead of 18, we get 36 or 72, which is 4 times the amount. That would be pretty sick. I wouldn't mind going into 130 missions as a 130 and getting my ass whooped for those materials. But as a stand, this game is not worth it, making these missions right here more difficult just because people keep crying that they want more difficult missions when they haven't even played as much as I have. This is coming from an actual gamer, not somebody that, you know, just wants to make money off a game. I'm an actual gamer, and I'm asking you to please do that. Or, you know, give us an extra slot for the survivors. Give us let us level up to 160, and we can go from there, I guess, if that's what you want to do. I mean, it sounds pretty reasonable to me. That's something that would not kill your game. As it stands, you know, it's pretty nice the way it is. Let's see what else to do. Missions. I tried to stick with these guys right here. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but think about it this way. I need one that has 2. Well, you guys can see the little tickets, right? The tickets under the storm alert. This one has an XP ticket and it has a Survivor XP ticket. Essentially, if you find Build a Raider missions in level 100 Twine Peaks, that, let me see where it's at. I don't know where any of them are right now, right? This one right here has 1 XP thing and 1 Shadow Shard. It's not the best example, but when you find one that has 2 XP missions in a level 100 like this, you get about 130, 140,000 XP when you get a high level in the mission. That means that you build all 5 raiders, you destroy all the encampments, you rescue all the survivors you could find, you did the group activity if there was one, and you have a pretty high, you know, platinum score and everything. You get about 140,000 XP, which is pretty nice. Same goes for this missions, give you a little bit more, just a tiny little bit, not that much as to, you know, be considered worth doing them over Build a Radar. If you want to play more difficult missions though, by all means go for it. This 4-player missions in level 100 are giving about 350,000 XP right now. This is actually a pretty nice mission. I might end up doing it in a little bit, although I don't need Survivor XP, but I do need the rain. This one's right here, same thing, gives you about a 320,000, and then from there it goes down. A 4-player 82 mission. I just did one the other day. I got 244,000 XP. I did it with some lower level friends that I had from Epic. We farmed a schematic XP and we farmed a survivor XP mission, a 4-player. And you know, they were pretty happy. They got 350,000 survivor XP and 244,000 schematic XP. Another thing about this game is don't recycle anything, even if you need the materials. Think about it this way: it's faster to farm for materials than to farm for legendary flux to buy stuff out of the book. To buy one legendary item out of the book, out of your collection book, it takes 2 weeks and 1,500 gold. Reason being is you can only buy 50 of those every week. It used to be 25 a week. Now it's 50, so it takes 2 weeks to buy one legendary item, or it takes 2 weeks to level up one legendary item. Where is the 80? No, 95, 93. This guy right here. If I want to level it up, no. Increase rarity, I need legendary flux. There's no way around it. I need legendary flux to go from purple to gold. I need 100. Or if I wanted to just straight up buy it out of the book, I need 100. Let me see. Ranged weapons. Oh shit. The military set is not out yet. But if I wanted to buy this guy right here, which I wanted a second one, I don't know why, if it comes with the sim perk, it's 100 legendary flux and 60 weapon designs. So either way, you can acquire every single item out of the collection book by being patient. Takes 2 weeks to get enough flux to level up something or to buy something out of the book. If you play the game though, you know, 1,500 gold, 2 weeks doesn't seem like that much. You can get 120, 150 gold out of every mission you play in Twine Peaks. Canny Valley, you get about 120 gold. Every 2 Storm Alert missions, let's see, this guy's with purple. Every 2 of them that you play, you get an extra 100 gold. It's part of the quest Killer Storms. I mostly just do Killer Storms because gold accumulates faster that way. I'm a Miss Monster Hunter. I run around with, let me show you my loadout if I have it right now. This is pretty much my loadout. I have a 106 SMG. I have a 106 Obliterator. Normally I have a Shadow Shard because my Shadow Shard 106 is sick. And then I run around with like a shotgun or a pistol. Most of the time I'm only using the Obliterator. Reason being is because every zombie that you shoot dies in one shot. If they're lined up, you'll kill a bunch of them in one shot. Miss Monster usually takes 2 to 3 body shots, 2 headshots. If you're playing in 76, 82 missions, 1 headshot kills them. So you know, it's a gun that's a one-shot kill. It does take a little bit of skill to be able to aim and shoot, to be able to do headshots. I know most content creators like to run around and you know, just press the R2 as a trigger and run around and hope that they're killing zombies. I like to play the game and shoot them, do headshots, because I practice a little bit for, you know, PvP, although I don't do a lot of PvP. I don't like PvP that much. I didn't grow up playing PvP, so I don't like it. It's that simple. I do play every now and then though. I can show you my battle royale at the end here if you want to see it, but that's not what the video is about. So yeah, essentially, you know, I just wanted to bring up to the attention what the end game in Fortnite is essentially doing what I'm doing, freeing up, getting one of each, leveled up, just so you can see what the difference is. When you want to play with one or the other, you know, you can have fun and do whatever. Material wise, you know, if I'm playing and you don't mind playing missions and you know you do want to farm and you don't mind doing a little bit of building stuff, you want to join me to play, we play missions. Don't ask me to give you stuff. If you want to go farming, you know, I can complete the mission while you farm. This is all from farming, so don't ask me to just give you my stuff. A lot of people want to see what I have in my inventory. I do have quite a bit of stuff, but I don't trade. I don't give stuff away. If I do trade, on the rare chance, of stuff that I'm running low on, like planks. Sometimes I run low on because I craft a shit ton of traps to clear out my inventory from overflow. And you know, once I have all these traps crafted and I don't have space for it, then I'll just start doing storm shield defenses like crazy if I can. There is a group that I'm part of. It's storm shield defense help or something like that. It's not super active. Every now and then people do post on there that they need help. Sometimes when you post back, you never hear back from them, and then it's just I don't need that guy. I don't need that guy. I don't need that guy. Yep, that's it. On here, yep. This is pretty much what I run around with. I keep a low amount of traps that I'm crafting and using as I go. That's how I keep track of whether I'm using too much stuff or not enough stuff when I'm playing. I think I picked that one up, yeah. I just picked that random trap up, and it looked like my trap, so I didn't recycle it. Jeez. These guys are useful. Once more time, guys, if you didn't know, when you're playing a mission, you put them a little bit away from your base where you're building at, like 2-3 blocks away, so that it doesn't interfere with your trap build or whatever, and you put them around where you're building, one on each corner, and it keeps random patrols from spawning in randomly to attack and destroy your building. This happens more in high level Twine Peaks than anywhere else, but still, this is a good trap to have. So if you don't have one, just level 1 up to 10 or something. The materials don't change on these guys. Let me see. If I were to level it up more, the materials would not change on it. It would be the same. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Check this out. So the materials on that are nuts and bolts, planks, and quartz crystals. If I were to level it up, nothing seems to change on the trap itself. I've thought about leveling it up just because I have the resources. Actually, let me go to 20, and I don't know if higher level prevents more husks from spawning in. Every now and then in level 100 mission you will get a random patrol that does spawn close to you, but they don't spawn as often as they do when you don't have these guys up. So I'm hoping, although nothing seems to change, so I don't know what it does other than stop the husks from coming in, which, I can tell you that it's true. It does work that way. Let's see, schematics checked. Heroes, I don't have endgame for heroes yet. I'm still working on this, guys. I used to have 3 rows of purples, and over time I've been churning them gold, or getting them out of missions I have them, or out of llamas, a 50 V-Buck llama. Now that you can see what's inside of them, you buy the gold llama and don't worry about the rest. This one's too expensive to buy it, otherwise I would buy it, but 1,000 V-Bucks for that few people, it's not really worth it. At least not to somebody that plays the game. Let me see. I'm done with Survivor XP, but I still need the materials. That's it. Yeah, pretty much that's, the end game for Fortnite is just farming and building up stuff and upgrading everything up. That's why you can buy them out of the book. Essentially, I want to get all these guys into the book, but I don't have multiples of them. The reason I'm keeping that is because this one has 5 headshots in a row, increases weapon damage, and this one right here is headshot eliminations, I believe. Oh, it snares. You know what? I'm not a big fan of snaring either, so... Affliction damage? What's the other one? I have one in gold, I believe. Yep. Snares. I might keep that one for when I'm done with the heroes. But essentially, that's what I do. I keep everything except blue and green, which is I use it for recycling a lot. I also use purples when I have gold schematics. I use the purple items that are the normal items you get out of normal llamas. I'm getting clogged with purples. It's time to start recycling a little bit. And then turn them into gold items, but I haven't gotten any transform keys for gold items lately, so I haven't really used the purples that much. I do make a lot of purples with transform. Sometimes I'll even take survivors. Purple survivors give you 40 points. Let me see if I have a purple survivor somewhere. Yep, 40 points, which is the same amount of points that you need from blue item, 40. And you need 5 blues or 200 points to get 1 purple item. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I know. Do I have a blue hero? Yep. I used to not recycle blues through the transform or purples because you were not getting the training manuals and the weapon designs. But Epic updated that with the 8.0, And now you get training manuals and weapon designs when you recycle through here too. So it's worth doing it now. It's worth recycling as much as you can through the transform page just to get more XP, more schematics, more of that stuff, you know. Especially if you don't spend $100 every day buying llamas for design points, trap points. I'm a thrifty gamer. I'm not a wasteful gamer. So, you know, I've got to where I am by playing missions. I know it seems crazy, but it's 3,200 and counting, 3,300, somewhere around there. You can check on Storm Shield 1. And that's why I don't recycle stuff. That's why I don't just pick an atom, go do everything, because, you know, I get the stuff by actually playing the game. So I don't recycle stuff unless I really have to. Or it's stuff that I don't really need that I will never level up. Like, let me show you for instance. I'm probably never going to level up these guys. And if I do, it's going to take me a long time, because I'll rather level up every single gun, one of each 6 perk, Obsidian and Shadow Shard, than melees. I feel like I'm done leveling up melees. I have Masamune. I have Guardian's Will. I have Smasher Basher. I'm gonna level this one up to 130 just because it has a 6 perk. I don't need another hammer, but I might level this one up because of the 6 perk. But I don't level up hammers that often. I don't level up melees. I mostly worry about guns. Excuse me. And I'm nowhere near done on this game, like I said before. Let's see. Item shop. Make sure you buying the stuff you need. For me, if I have spare gold, I will go and buy all of these guys. I buy them every week. Reason being is because I have a lot of weapons that I'm changing around, and as you guys can see, I don't have a lot of that. I use it as soon as I get it. Like I said before, I just have this because I ran out of lightning in the bottle. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any weapon XP or hero XP. You can see I leveled up mostly guns. I had about 3,000 weapon designs, same as these guys. And since they changed the amount of XP you get out of here, I had, believe it or not, I had 4,000 of that. I had like 2,500 of that. I had like almost 2,000 of that, and like 1,500 of that. And since the event started giving way more XP than it used to, I've been running low. Every time there's a 4-player mission with raindrops, I farm it 5, 6, 7 times. I end up with 1,000 rain, and then I run out. Recently, I just ran out of lightning in the bottle that I had saved up, so it's time to farm that whenever I see it again. I usually don't bother with 4-player missions with that, just because you get about 60, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done it in a while, but it's kind of annoying. This I don't mind it, because you can get anywhere between 160 and 250 on the mission, depending on what kind of score you get, how fast you finished it. So, you know, it's kind of worth it. This guy's not worth farming it for me in a 4-player mission, because it's way more work than the rewards. Same goes for this. You get like 240 reperks when you farm a 4-player mission. I can buy 200 reperks with 100 gold, so that system's a little skewed. As far as lighting the bottle, pure rain goes, you know, you're spending 50 gold per 10 rain. When you farm a mission that gives you 160 per se, you're buying 16 of those in one mission. If you do the math, that's a lot. It's 500, 750, 800 gold just to buy 160 of those. That's a crap ton of gold. You only get like 200 gold per mission. So it's you got to play 4 missions just to buy the same amount of rain that you can get out of doing one mission. This guy right here, not so much. When you can get 18 in a mission, 2 missions is 36, 4 missions is 72, and you get 40 to 50 when you do a 4-player mission. It's not worth it. It's just not. Let's see. That's pretty much it as far as Save the World goes. And Epic, if you're listening, because I know you are, because you ripped off my idea, and I'm okay with that. You did exactly in this picture right here is exactly the description that I gave you back in September of last year on my video. So, you know, thank you for taking me into account when I explained the video. Thank you for taking me into account when I said that. You know, I appreciate that you liked my idea, that you enjoyed my idea enough to make it work. I appreciate it. Now, if you could just do that, if you're really gonna make a difficulty increase, please use this map right here to, you know, give us a 5th zone of 130s and nothing else. No extra level for heroes, no extra level for guns, no extra level for traps. That way we're sweating, and a 4th player 130 that goes to 164 maybe husk, or 154 or 144 husk. That would be enough of a challenge for, you know, content creators to stop crying that the game is too easy. Although the game is not really meant to be difficult, it's meant to accumulate wealth and farm and build and, you know, have fun with it. Ooh, it changed. Oh, I was just talking about this mission right here, man. Thank you, Epic. You do listen, don't you? I was just talking about how I needed lightning the bottle. Now they have a 4-player lightning the bottle level 100. This mission right here, I can solo it. I've done it multiple times. I hate it because it's annoying to solo a hard level mission. Content creators, play on a PS4. I played on a PC and I played on a PS4. PC difficulty is nothing. You do not get waves like you get waves in a system. In a PS4 you get tons and tons of husk coming at you all at once. Smashers, screamers, and takers all coming at once in the first wave. You don't even have time to kill one smasher when another one's already destroyed your base if you don't have enough trap tunnels built. I don't play with trap tunnels. Reason being is because trap tunnels are boring. I do build a little bit of traps, but not really that much. I rely mostly on my skills of shooting zombies. People that play with me have seen me get a score of 10,000, 15,000 combat scores. People at my level end up with 5,000 score while I have 10, 15,000. I'm not trying to brag here, but you know, if you want to make the game hard on yourself, content creators, buy yourself a PS4, play the game right on a PS4, and go do a 4-player mission level 100 on your own on a PS4, and just build around the main objective. Don't even build trap tunnels, and see how difficult the game is. Stop crying that the game is easy. Stop crying that the game is not difficult when you're making it too easy on yourself. When you're doing 130 traps, 130 weapons, 130 heroes, and you're doing this mission with people or on a PC that you don't get waves as much as here. I don't know if it's because PS4s can handle better data than computers can, which I know they can. PS4s can handle more bits on the screen. They can handle more data being used than PCs for the most part. I don't know if that's why Epic does it, because most average PCs can't handle it, but all PS4s are built the same way basically. So if you really want to make the game harder on yourselves, content creators, stop crying that the game is easy. Go play a 4-player level 100 mission on your own on a PS4, and then come make a video telling me how easy still is the game for you using 106s. Keep your heroes at 130, because I know all of you like to have your heroes at 130, like to have your guns at 130, like to have stuff, except for, you know, one of the best content creators out there is Gumby, because he actually plays the game and he makes it difficult on himself, but he plays on a PC too. So, you know, it's one of those things. Play on a PS4, straight up PS4, because when you mix content PC and PS4 you get less waves. I've played with my second account on PC and on the PS4, and the waves are nothing on the PC compared to the PS4. You know, that's my 2 cents on that. But Epic, I know you listen to me, you listen to gamers. Do that. Do a 5th zone on the map that you're not using right here, and focus on evolution materials, keeping the missions between 130 and 150, and no extra level for guns, no extra level for heroes, no extra level for traps, and release the Hordes of Hell on PC like you do on PS4. And that will get content creators off your back about how easy the game is, because they don't know how to make the game challenging for themselves. So they rely on you to walk them by the hand and tell them how to play so that they can have a more difficult game. As far as difficult game goes, if you make the game level 100 missions more difficult, I'm probably just going to go play Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid and, you know, Destiny 2, because there's really no point. Especially when you have an inventory like mine that, you know, has come from doing over 3,200 missions. I can tell you that the game is hard enough as it is when you want it to be. If you want it to be easy, it can be easy. I like that option to get the rewards I want from high level Twine Peaks when I'm overpowered, because I'm just farming. When I want to make my life difficult, I'll do what Gumby does, and I'll remove my survivors from my squads. I'll take this stuff off, and I'll go and struggle if I want to. That's my choice. If you force us to play on a higher difficulty map on Twine Peaks, that these missions become harder as they are, it's going to take away the whole I choose to make the game easy for me, which is essentially why I like this game, because I get to choose when the game is hard and I get to choose when the game is easy. When I'm just farming, I want it to be easy. So there you go. one of those big ramblings. Have fun.